How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Cooking with Rita and Ayden. Diwali is right around the corner, and I figure what better time to share some of my childhood memories of the sweets that my mom and grandma used to make. So let's get started. We have a bunch of things that we're going to go through today. I think we have about 6 items on the list. Okay, so I have some water in a cup, and to this we're going to go ahead and add in a pinch of vanilla extract, and then some sugar, using brown sugar, and a half to get started with. So you want to go ahead and mix this and have it ready. So once you start parching your flour, everything is ready that you're gonna need. So this way you're not burning your flour. This is a process that needs to be attended to the entire time, and it could get burned really quickly. And once you put the water into the parched flour, it's gonna come together quickly. So you need a good spoon and a good arm to keep turning. Okay, now that we have our water ready, we're gonna go ahead and add in some ghee. And we are, for demonstration purposes, I'm only doing about half a pound, so we're not doing a lot. And I am eyeballing everything. That's about it. Okay, our ghee is melted. Now it's time to go ahead and add some flour in here. Like I said, we are not making a lot, so maybe half a pound of flour. So from here, you would just want to start turning, mix everything in. From here on out, we're just going to keep turning. Make sure that you're breaking up all of your clumps. This is the perfect consistency here. I like the flour to be parched pretty well, so I have that nice brown color. But if you don't want it so dark, then you just keep an eye on it and add in your water when you feel like the color is good for you. Definitely you want to let it cook for a bit though, so the flour could parch properly. So we're just going to keep an eye on this. Okay, if your fire is too high, be sure to lower the temperature. When you add in your ghee and your flour, you could average it, and then you want to make sure like your consistency is kind of like the way I have it right now. You want it to be not too dry or not too wet either. This way it will come out really nice. And it's if you add too much flour, then all you need to do is add in some more ghee until you have that the right consistency. Okay, this is looking nice and brown, just the way like the color I'm looking for. So at this point, you would want to make sure that your heat is lowered, if not turn it off, because once you put the liquid in, it's going to go very quickly, and you want to make sure that you don't have any lumps. So I'm going to go ahead and pour. All right, we have our sugar water, and I have my helper, so I'm going to go ahead and pour some in. Careful, careful. Mix all of it, the corners. And you want to pour your liquid in little by little. I think we need a little bit more. Get all the corners. Let's put a little drop more. And then we're going to finish it off. Once this is all mixed and everything, we have no lump, we're going to add in some carnation milk, just a little bit, and continue to turn. Just a little bit, that should be fine. Oh, it smells so good. Just the way my Nana used to make it. Good job, Zachary. Thank you. That's what we're looking for, that nice, the way it rolls in the pan. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this into a bowl. So go on to our next item. So good. Okay, so next I decided to make some salted butter parsad instead as well. Same concept, instead of ghee, we're using butter. And in our sugar water, we're just adding in some extra ingredients, like our milk goes directly in there, some cinnamon, some clove. It's cooked exactly the same way. And after you pour your liquid in, if you'd like, you could add in some raisins, some cherries, nuts, whatever you prefer. I'm just sticking to some golden raisins and cherries for this recipe. This wasn't too bad. I didn't need my helper this time. Guess if it's a larger amount, you definitely need a helper though. Just keep that in mind. This looks good. Once you see it start rolling in the pan like this, that means you're good. You're done. You don't need to do anything else. Make sure your lumps are broken up, and we're good. So all we need to do now is put this into a bowl. Let's turn our fire off completely. So we got 2 items down, and we have a couple more things to do. So next we're gonna make some sweet rice, kheer. My kids like to call it milky rice, so we're gonna get some of that on the stove. And on the side, we're gonna parch some flour to make some lapsi. So if you like lapsi, this one is for you. Okay, so for our sweet rice, I have half a cup of washed white rice. To this, we're gonna go ahead and add in 2 sticks of cinnamon and some water. Add in some water, and we're just gonna let this boil on low heat. I think that's about good right there. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this on the back burner. Give it a little stir. And we're just gonna let this rice boil for a little bit, and then we're gonna add in the rest of the ingredients. Okay, we're gonna get our pot back on. Give it a quick little rinse, and we're good. So to this, we're gonna make some lapsi. Lapsi is something that is not served much at Jandi's. It's mainly for Durga Puja, but I love it, and if we're making all of this, I want to try some. I'd like to have some lapsi as well. Goes perfect with puri and some sweet rice. So let's make some. Hot. We're gonna do about a tablespoon of ghee. We're gonna parch a little bit of flour. I'll make sure not to put a lot this time, hopefully. Now for this is a liquid. If you know what lapsi is, you know what I'm making. But if you don't, it's more of a liquid consistency. Not like you could drink it liquid, but it is a liquid consistency. Okay, I think this should be good. I don't think we need to parch it anymore. And because we have a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and add in some milk. It's at room temperature. Then we have the sugar water from earlier, so we could use it up as our sugar. And then we're gonna add add a drop of vanilla extract. Gonna add a little bit more of milk, just regular milk this time. So the first time milk I add was evaporated milk, and now I'm adding in regular whole milk. So the goal is to not have any lumps. And once this is cooled down, it's gonna thicken up. So don't think that it's too watery if you put too much milk in there. Whatever you do, don't add more flour. Tempted to taste this. Ooh. So good. Completely off. So now all we have to do is pour it out. Ooh, heavy. And just like that, our lapsi's finished. Okay, now that our rice, the water's cooked down, I'm gonna go ahead and add some more hot water. Make sure that it's hot. Just a little bit, not too much. Okay. And then we're gonna add in about half a can of carnation milk. And maybe about 2 cups of regular milk. 2 cups. I know it's going to seem a lot, but the rice is going to swell up so much, and this will all be swallowed up. So let's go ahead and turn. From here on out, we have to keep an eye on it, and we have to keep stirring. The next item we're going to put in here is sugar and some custard powder, which a lot of people don't like to use custard powder. A lot of people in my family, I should say, don't like to use custard powder, but I like it. And I feel like it brings such a richness into this dish that it's a must try at some point, but it is optional. But we are not going to do that until it's almost finished. For now, we're just going to stir. I think I'm going to go back in the back where it's just one burner and it could cook slowly. We just have to keep an eye on it though. Keep watching it, keep stirring it. That's coming along really well here. Our milk is thickening up. It smells so good. Make sure that your rice is fully cooked. So you could. That feels pretty good. So now we could go ahead and add our sugar in, being that our rice is really cooked. I try not to add the sugar until the end, only because it sometimes want to burn in the bottom with the sugar. So that's my reason for not adding it in. It just makes life easier. So we're gonna go ahead and add some sugar at this point. I'm gonna start with that amount, brown sugar. That's like a big spoonful, maybe about 3/4 of a cup. And give this a mix. And then of course you could taste it, and if you need more, then you add more. And our last item to this is adding in some of our custard powder. So this is our custard powder that we're using. I love this brand, it works perfect. And all we're gonna need is a tiny bit, maybe like, I should measure it, maybe like 1 teaspoon, just a tiny bit. Because a little bit goes a long way. With some water, just give it a good stir, make sure there's no clumps. And then this is gonna go directly in here. This, I feel like it's gonna bring out that richness, the creamy. It's gonna be creamy regardless, but the custard just takes it to a whole different level. And it's going to be good. I could already see Ayden running to get his milky rice and some Dhal Puri. That goes perfect together. Okay, we're gonna let this simmer for a bit longer while it all comes together. I am right here, so we're gonna keep an eye on it. And then we're gonna move on to making some vermicelli. I have half a stick of butter. It's going right in. Get everything off. That'd be nice if we turned the stove on too, right? Alright, we got our butter melting along nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and add some cinnamon to that. Just a couple of sticks. Lower the fire. Ooh, almost burned me. And then we're gonna add in our vermicelli. And I'm using about half of a pack. Okay, now again, we have to parch everything, right? So we're gonna let this cook. It's flying everywhere. Let this parch in the butter for a couple minutes. And then we're gonna need a couple of items. So you would wanna gather your items and have them ready, because as like with the parsad and everything else, you need to have the items ready to go. If not, things are gonna burn. Keep your heat on low temperature, so this way you could manage everything better. So yeah, you would want to just keep an eye on this. You want to turn it. You want a nice brown color like we have right now. I think this is about good, like the color that I'm looking for. So what we're gonna do now is go ahead and add some, gonna add in a cup and a half of regular whole milk. Okay, I think our milky rice is completely finished. So let's go ahead and put that in a bowl so we could get it out of our space. Give it a good stir. And this is gonna get, oh, heavy. Okay, now that our milky rice is put aside, we could get back to our vermicelli. And I know it's a lot of juggling, but I feel like if you have all your ingredients prepped and ready to go, this would be a breeze. So we have our regular milk. I'm gonna go ahead and add in some carnation milk. And I know I have the whole spice in here, but I'm also gonna add in some grated spice, just a little bit. Okay. As this cooked down, I'm gonna grab our grater so we could put some nutmeg in here. Nutmeg is so good in dessert, especially this dish. I should say as well that we're not making the liquid vermicelli, we're making vermicelli cake. I think, ooh, almost dropped it. I think that's about good. We're gonna leave all of that because we're gonna need them again. Now we give this a little mix because we don't want anything to burn. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. So good, you guys. All right, let's let that boil and do its thing. Okay, we're gonna add in a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Oh, that went in really. Some condensed milk. It should be about good. Yum. And then mix all of that together. Actually, I think that was 1/3 cup of sugar. Just want to make sure this is thicken up a little, and then we could take it off the fire. Okay, our vermicelli cake is coming together very nice. So at this point, I'm going to lower the heat some more, and I'm going to add in the custard powder. Custard powder is not only is it going to give it that richness and creaminess, but it's also going to bind everything together and make it thick so it sets better as a cake. That's what we're looking for. As you could see, it's already thickened up. Okay, I think this is ready to get put into our pan. Just want to level it out and let it sit. Now, at the end of this, before you pour it out, if you wanted to, you could have added some cherries, some raisins, currants, nuts. Those are all options. If you enjoy having those ingredients in your dessert, then go for it. We kind of like it plain. So that's it. Okay, so next we're gonna mix some mitai. I'm gonna start with 2 cups of flour. Maybe a little more. And we have some grated coconuts. You could also use coconut powder, coconut flakes. We're just gonna do grated for right now. We have some cinnamon, baking powder, and custard powder, a little bit, not too much. And in here I have a combination of fennel, cardamom. We're gonna sift it in here just so we could get the big chunks out. And then we need some nutmeg. All right, to our mixture, we're gonna add 1/2 stick of butter, room temperature. And we wanna go ahead and mix all of that up. Just wanna massage the butter into the flour so it's like nice and sand consistency in the flour. So we didn't put any sugar in here, which we're gonna make the finishing part to it. After we fry it, then we'll add sugar. So now that we have our flours ready, we're gonna go ahead and add some vanilla extract. And now it's time to add in some carnation milk. There, let's drain that one while you add more. And this consistency needs to be a dough that you're gonna roll out with the rolling pin. So you want to control how much liquid you're putting in, little at a time. And if you put too much, just add some flour. You just need to knead everything together. So next we're making some gulgula, and we're gonna need a few ingredients. So for this we're gonna need a couple of bananas. We have 3 medium-sized banana. And then we're gonna need some flour, sugar, nutmeg, milk, and cinnamon. Very easy, simple. Most of the ingredients we use in all of the dishes are similar. It's just cooked in different ways. Here, I could help smash in the meantime. Let's add in some milk. We're gonna put the flour last. Eyeballing. Put some more. Okay. And then some essence. About half a cup of brown sugar. And we need some nutmeg. Maybe, yeah, should be fine. Okay, now that we have all of our, most of our ingredients, we're gonna mix that together first. All right, next we're gonna add in some flour and some baking powder. So about 2 cups. And then we add more milk as needed. Need more? Mm-hmm. Maybe a little bit more. And that's the consistency you're looking for. So you could use your hand or a small ice cream scooper and scoop it up and drop it in your fryer. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna let this sit for a couple of minutes as well. All right, guys, so for our next item, we decided since we're making sweet rice, so we're gonna make some Dhal Puri because it goes perfect with it. This is optional, but we're starting with some flour. 2, 3, 4, 5 cups of flour. Next, we're gonna add in some baking powder.
1, 2 teaspoons.
2 tiny teaspoons, so maybe equivalent to 1 regular sized teaspoon.
Mix that well.
Next, we're adding in
1 tablespoon of ghee.
1 tablespoon of ghee. And you want to mix that in. Make sure you get it on all of the flour. Break it up so it's nicely incorporated. And you could use a mixer for this, but hand works great.
Yeah.
And we're gonna add in some water, and we're eyeballing the water. This is a consistency kind of thing, so it needs to be like dough that you would make bread with almost. Or enough so you could roll it out. Just keep adding your water as needed. Now this, however, if you add too much water, you could always go back and add some more flour to make sure you have the right mixture, or consistency, I should say. And we're gonna knead and mix as we go. Since Ayden's not here, my mother-in-law is gonna be helping me out today, especially with all my kneading, since I went ahead and cut my hand a couple places. You definitely need to use some muscle into this kneading. Yep, some regular vegetable oil or olive oil. That's gonna help it from not sticking. And
minutes.
yep, and we're gonna let it rest for 30 minutes or so, or until we get to it. All right, moving on. All right, so now that we have all of those, the Gulgula and the Mithai dough resting, we're gonna move on to finishing our Dhal Puri. So my mom is just rolling them out, and then we're gonna fill them and cook it right after. And also I should say we will have a full video step by step on how to prepare the Dhal Puri and grinding your dal, but that's for another time. All right, so this step is a little bit, so you pretty much want to take your flour and roll it out like so. Make a little, you put some butter or oil on there. We're using ghee, right? And then you want to fill it with your dal, and then you're going to pinch the corners. That's a lot of dal. And you just pinch the corners and close everything back up. And then we're going to repeat the step on all of them. All right, so we are done rolling out or filling all of our Dhal Puri. Now we move to cooking it. All right, so for this part, we have our pan. We have our trusty pan that works perfect for roti and naan and all of that stuff. This is the pan for it. It cooks better. No, this one cooks the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're gonna use that. Mom's gonna roll them out and I will flip them. It's a little process to it, so we're gonna go through it together. And she makes them perfectly round every time. Unlike mine, that is not round. So you're gonna make sure before you roll, you get some flour on there, flour on your surface, and then start rolling just so it doesn't stick. I think we're pretty hot, so let's go ahead and get this on. We're waiting to see the little bubbles, which I could see them already, and then we're gonna flip them. You want to make sure you coat every every part of it. Now we're going to flip it again. And we're going to repeat coating every part of it here as well. Flip it one more time. Get that beautiful color. It's swelling up really nice. That means it's going to be really good. And then that's it for this one. We move on to the next.
Really fast.
Yep, cooks really fast at first. The first one, your pan, if it's not the right temperature, it takes a little longer, but once the pan is heated up and you have the right temperature going, it's going to move really quickly. Here. You keep repeating the same step until you're all finished. If you guys are new to the channel, you're just finding us by mistake, feel free to hit the subscribe button. Let us know where you're watching from. We have a bunch of recipes available right now, and we have lots more coming. Sounds nice. Look at that. No, oh, I'm gonna make it. Okay. All right, moving on, we're gonna get our dough for the mitai and roll it out. Cut it to the pieces that we need, and then put it all on a tray, and we're gonna take everything outside and fry them. There you go. Yeah, that's good. Now we're gonna just cut them at an angle.
Yeah.
We have the same pan from earlier. We're just gonna sit them in here. So you got that perfect diamond shape. But I don't think the cut though matter, as long as it tastes good.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry about the shape of the cut. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and cut all of them like this. All right, so for this part of the cooking, we are outside. We're gonna be frying our mitai. And I think our oil is ready. In this pot here, I have some regular water, white sugar, and a drop of essence. We're gonna reduce down to make our pag. Don't burn yourself.
No.
Those are looking good. It's about time to take it out. We don't want it to get too dark. Just gonna drain it drain the oil out, and then we have some tissue that we're gonna put it on top as well. Just kind of try to eliminate as much oil from it as we possibly can. mix that, and then we'll continue like this until it's all done. All right, so we're on our last batch of mitai, and our pag, is that how you say it? Pag is still going. We have a bit to go. I think I put too much water in there, but we need to let that reduce down quite a bit until it's like thick enough, and then we'll be able to pour it over all of our mitai. All right, so this is what you're looking for when you're making your pag, that it's bubbling up like that and thicken up, and then we're gonna pour it over our mitai. We just pour everything over. And put it back on the stove. Careful. And then we just mix everything in that delicious candy. Yep, but when you pour it, you want to mix really quickly because it's going to dry up really fast.
It's a lot of syrup.
Mm-hmm.
Too much, but it's okay.
It's going to be delicious.
It's coating really good.
2 seconds, but this is what it looks like when it's all dried. We have that beautiful sugar coating on there, and they're so soft. So good. Frying in the same pan and using a ice cream scooper to scoop it up. And that's looking good.
Yeah.
Just got to average your scoops, because as you could see, even though she's putting a little bit in the scooper, it's swelling up very big. So you're gonna have some big goala.
Yeah.
Or you could do it by hand. And that is it. Our Diwali table is completed. Each of these sweets hold a special part, or a special place, I should say, in my heart. I hope that this video inspire you to make some of these treats for your family. From our kitchen to yours, we wish you all a happy Diwali, filled with light, laughter, and plenty of delicious food. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share, and until next time, we will see you guys.